Hi guys, welcome back to Media on the Rocks. Today we're going to be discussing the latest episode of Disney Plus's Loki series, the Nexus event. Today we've got our drinks on the table. Mike's got a mule. Parker and I have spicy margaritas. Trevor's just drinking water, flavored water.
Yeah.
You guys can rip him a new one in the comments.
Hey, water's the best, okay?
All right,
With
after
your
this,
fucking Mio.
yeah, we're going to dive straight into a poll result that we had on our Instagram. So ready or not, here we go.
All right. So, before we get into this, if you just want to hear about Loki stuff, go ahead. Bam. Timestamp right there. Whoosh.
Magic.
But
We
we
don't
asked
even know where it is yet.
a very important question on Instagram, which was which prequel trilogy is better? The question should have been which is worse, honestly. The Hobbit movies or the Lord of the Rings prequels or the Star Wars prequels. So yeah, I mean, just cards on the table here. I love Lord of the Rings. I fucking hate The Hobbit. I hate everything it stands for. I hate what it did to the beginning. And if you think that the two are even like kind of almost maybe on the same level, then you're fucking more wrong. Like, I would blast you harder than I'm about to freaking Mike for saying that the prequel movies are better.
Ouch.
But the Hobbit movies are just better, dude. The Star Wars movies are so trash. They're so bad.
It's
Why?
everything bad from
Dude,
the
that
90s.
fucking Naboo fight scene with Jar Jar Binks. Why do they keep cutting that? And everyone's like, oh, when they fight Darth Maul, it's
First
so
of
good.
all,
No,
Jar
when
Jar
it's
Binks.
super cut with fucking 8-year-old
Let's
Anakin
not
that no
glass
one gives a
over
fuck
that.
about, and then Jar Jar Binks making basically a joke out of not just the movie, but everyone who took time out of their day to watch the movie. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason he only exists in the first one. There's only enough Jar Jar Binks in that
To
one.
go
Like,
around.
if anything, there's too much. Like,
It's way
he
too
was-
much.
he was a huge detriment to that movie. Yeah, it was cringy.
He's like, oh!
But
I
also,
accidentally blew up tanks. Oh!
I don't know. I think they were trying something and it just didn't work.
Dude, it's so
It,
did
like
not
some
work.
comedic relief, but I was
Bro.
like, you have that out of the droids already. Like, you don't need it out of like an entire
The
character.
CG is so
See, that's
bad,
the thing.
too.
That's what this entire conversation is gonna be. Is be like, no. I get that that's shit, but
No, but that's the thing. It's for me, like, I can almost overlook Jar Jar. Like, he's like,
Ugh.
I rewatch them and I don't even pay attention
I
to
No,
Jar
your
Jar.
eyes checked, Mike.
Yeah, like, he's not that intrusive to me anymore. Where I'm just like, it's unwatchable. I think Liam Neeson carries that first movie so hard, and it makes it so interesting that I can forgive some of the mistakes that Star Wars
it's
made
literally
in the prequels.
just the pod race carries
Yeah.
that movie, and every
pod race
other
is cool.
piece of that movie sucks.
Yeah.
What?
I just remember
What's a good part of that movie?
A lot.
The
Darth Maul-
pod
what?
race.
the pod race is pretty cool. The pod race is pretty cool. But it also is a large setup movie for what comes. Like, we meet a lot of our central characters. We see some new planets and new things, and we get like what's it called? Like, the plot's kind of the Sith's plot.
Exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get the Sith introduced, and we get Palpatine kind of foreshadowed.
Yeah,
And it's awesome for that reason.
You don't think they could have done it a different way?
I mean,
Like, made it watchable, maybe.
made it watchable. I will
Would've
say
been a
one
good
thing
first
that
step.
like I can't get over is the cringy dialogue.
It's so bad.
That was like probably the weakest
Who
thing for
let
me.
George Lucas write?
Yeah,
Who
like
decided that was a good idea?
Who gave him a pencil?
lightning doesn't strike twice. Like it was
Yeah.
fine in the originals, but in this one it was so dramatic. And
Yeah.
like what's funny is that these actors are like A1 actors. Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, Natalie Portman, even Christian what's his name? Hayden Christensen. He's not that bad. But
when the
dialogue
line
in this
on the
movie,
paper
yeah,
says,
I'm like, you can only
"I
do
hate
so
the
much.
sand."
You have to
I hate the
consider
sand.
that this was the direction they were given. If
Yeah.
if this is like the caliber of
Yeah.
actors that are in this movie, and so I mean, I blame George for that for sure.
I think if anything, it's unfortunate the time it was made, because that's when like CG and animation was like really starting to boom, but it shouldn't have been booming. They should have like kept it for video games and then worked out the kinks and then brought it to film.
It doesn't
'Cause,
have
man,
the timeless quality that the original
Yeah.
trilogy has.
I mean, when the droid army is coming over the hill, it literally looks like the Microsoft
looks
like
so
saving
bad.
screen. You know what I mean?
looks
Like
so
it
bad.
looks like that green hill, and they're just oh man, and those like energy orbs that they're shooting. It's bad. It's
I mean, there
all
was a lot
bad.
of stuff too. Like the characters weren't like these down to earth, like underdog. You root for these characters kind of people anymore. All of a sudden, everyone was like a politician or royalty or like an emissary.
There was no
And
like
it's
blue
you
collar
don't,
like yeah.
connect as much with those kinds of characters.
Oh, you don't? You don't connect with royalty? I do.
At least, I
felt
mean, maybe
very
if they're
touched.
written well, maybe you can find, maybe you can,
Yeah.
connect with a Tyrion Lannister
True.
because George R. R. Martin's a good writer. But this George,
Yeah.
No, I will say
not
that
getting the job
the
done.
last Hobbit movie was trash.
Dude, it's so bad.
Yeah.
we need to
Trash.
That
shit on
that
Hobbit
honestly
now. Dude, it's
trashes
so
the
bad.
entire series for
The
me.
action of The Hobbit, literally every action scene is fucking horrible.
Yep.
I can't think of a single one that I would like to go back and watch.
Yep.
I enjoy
See, for
them.
me, the Unexpected Journey and Desolation of Smaug,
over there.
they're watchable. Like, I'll rewatch those. They're fun. But once you get to the Battle of the Five
Yeah.
Armies, it is the most prolonged climax.
Well, it's
And
because the book is
it's-
literally not even a long book.
Yeah.
And then they made three-hour movies out of it.
I'm
Why the
surprised they
fuck
didn't
would you
split
do
it up
that?
into
And
two
that's the
parts.
thing is, it's like
surprised
they
you,
didn't make
you
one
don't
movie.
need to
One
make
movie.
yeah, you don't need to make every movie 2.5, 3 hours long. Like every
just Lord of the
single
Rings.
movies nowadays.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
He took like epic and just turned it up. Like it was
I
almost
don't-
too much.
It was
I don't
definitely.
think he was even supposed to direct. I think they had another director lined up, and then it fell through, and they're like, all right, Peter,
You're
come
back on it.
Like,
Yeah.
And then he was kind of like, fuck.
All right.
I'm not prepared
Yeah.
for this.
But yeah,
Plus,
they
it wasn't filmed in a similar way. They used a lot more 3D assets
Yeah.
and CGI than they did in the
It's
original.
not going to
Same
be as
thing, it's not
timeless,
good.
you know?
Yeah.
It's not good, and exactly like
It almost
now
has
you
like
look
that
back
Disney
on it.
quality. It's very like kitschy, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's not very. I mean, you watch Lord of the Rings, and every time you're like, "This is fucking nuts!" Like, you know what I mean?
And
You
it looks
enjoy
good
every second
because
of
it's
it.
real horses, it's real
beautiful,
people.
yeah.
Yep.
It's real. It's just
Like,
makeup.
if you have
and
this
fucking
budget, use
New
this budget
Zealand.
to do practical effects. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's
Yes.
what's frustrating.
Well, I think that's like a lesson that Star Wars learned is that they use a lot more practical effects. I know that in the prequel trilogies they did use a lot of practical effects, but they still did rely on what was it, ILM a
Yoda
lot
looks
A
horrible.
lot.
because it was George Lucas's like little pet project. You know, he wanted them to kind of shine in this moment with Star Wars attached, and
But I remember even watching it as a kid, though, being like, "Oof,
yeah.
this is not done well." And I was
But
like
look-
9.
But look
Okay,
at
you
CG.
know?
But look at CG in the early 2000s. There's some cringy as moments.
No,
like
100%.
it's not like The Mummy Returns bad. Like that is some of
Such
the
a good movie, dude. I mean, I love B movies, and that is
if
like the
we're-
ultimate S tier B movie. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
If we're to compare
gosh.
stuff to is it like the Mummy Returns,
Yeah.
then I'm off.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But
yeah.
that's only like 3 years apart. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
it's
huge, huge
still-
improvement.
It's just bad, and like just just comparing it to movies
But-
as a whole, they're bad movies. They're just bad.
But as a trilogy,
This is literally what you said it was going to be.
but as a trilogy, I feel like the story arcs kind of developed a lot smoother in the Star Wars ones. I got to the climax
Than The
and it
Hobbit?
felt climactic. Like that scene, that very long scene, you know, between the Battle of the Brothers, like the Battle of the Fates between Obi-Wan and Anakin was
over choreographed.
it was a little over choreographed,
was a
sure,
little-
but it was meant to be
Maybe
the
I'm
There's a
epitome
reason there's a
of
whole
everything. Yeah.
subreddit for just that.
Yeah, but it was the epitome of everything that these characters had built up to, and you knew that he loses, like you knew, and it was still this like long thing to kind of show the weight of that moment, and you know, and the betrayal that Obi-Wan felt. I didn't get that same feeling in the climax of The Hobbit. Like The Hobbit, the entire
Yeah.
third movie was the climax,
It was,
and
like,
I was
soft.
The
bored
third
as
movie of The
fuck.
Hobbit was
That's
just
true.
so bad. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
everything
True,
about
but
it was bad.
That's kind of like the differences between the trilogies is that like the Hobbit's worst entry is undoubtedly the last one, and I feel like the prequels, people I do see like kind of all over the place, but I feel like undoubtedly it's the first one. I feel like Phantom Menace is such a pile of dog shit. Just really dropped the ball on that one, but like. Still, as an overall watching experience, I would rather watch the Hobbit movies, and I hate them.
Mm.
I would
really just
definitely
cannot-
rather watch the Hobbit movies.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the prequels?
No.
No.
See, he can't talk.
Why
I
is
know.
Trevor even on this podcast?
All right, we should probably
Is
Yep,
he just
get
our
out.
comedic
Loki.
relief?
So
Like,
we'll leave
Yeah.
it there.
We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it
no
there,
one
okay?
making any headway in their argument at
yeah.
all.
All right.
It's an ever-long battle.
So Loki.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. What's it called? The Nexus event.
The Nexus event.
Event.
Mike.
So,
you wanna,
Yeah, Mike, do you want
Oh
to
yeah.
give us a
You
quick
seemed
rundown?
very
A
excited.
quick rundown? Yeah. So where did we open up in this episode? Oh yeah, it was
The
the
ship.
flashback. It was the
Yeah.
flashback scene where we see Ravonna Renslayer, I think, something like that,
Ravonna.
where she is an agent and she finds a variant and then basically arrests them. And we find out that it's very, very young Sylvie. Who
Super
is
sad.
who's
As a
unaware of her like crime against time.
She's just playing with toys.
Yeah, and so we see that this is very personal, very, very personal to Ravonna. And then it cuts to where we left off in the last episode on Lamentis, and Sylvie and Loki are kind of just accepting their fate as this planet bears down. Which is, that scene, by the way, was gorgeous.
It's
Oh, yeah, it
awesome.
looked cool.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
They carried it through from the last episode.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
looking fantastic. And then like when they touched
Yeah.
and the shit just spiked.
Oh, yeah. It was
Yeah.
cool.
It's pretty crazy. And then I mean you got like Mobius learning what's up, B-15
Yeah.
learning what's up, the TVA kind of crumbling.
Yeah.
Timekeepers aren't real.
They're animatronic.
We got to put
Which-
spoiler.
Shocker.
We got to put
guessed
spoiler
that?
in the title for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's all of it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what the Nexus event was. So I'm thinking that the show is titled The Nexus Event after this specific Nexus event
Yeah.
that occurs on Lamentis,
Yeah.
which is this huge spike in the timeline where Loki feels something, and it's so unique and so transcending that time is like altered by it.
Do you think
Which
it's
is
just
crazy.
him feeling something? I thought it was when they touched.
I thought it was their
think,
connection.
I think the connection of them, like, you know, coming together, which is like so weird for like a Loki to kind of team up.
Oh, that's true.
That, you know, it created something. Like
And
this was the start of something great.
And that's crazy too, because they've already explained that if you go to like an apocalypse, right, you can do whatever the fuck you want and nothing's
Correct.
going to pop up. So
Correct.
the fact that their spike was even there in the first place and then it's that big, that's crazy, you know?
Just this unlimited potential of having the two of them fully trusting each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they do now. Yeah, they do trust each other
I think
now.
so.
I think
it
so.
seems like it. I mean, at least four
As
now.
much as a Loki can trust another Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
This was
seems like they can almost trust each other more than they can trust other people.
yeah. I think
Because they are Lokis.
they've realized that.
Yeah.
That, you know, they're cut from the same cloth or something like that.
Yep.
Is that a good
Yep.
term?
Yep.
a
They
great
have
term.
similar interests, but they've been, you know, deceived by the TVA to think against each other. And so when she kind of like drops a knowledge bomb that the TVA is just like hoodwinking everybody, I think it like matters to him that Mobius doesn't know.
I was going to say,
You
do
know?
you think that he
It seems
actually
like
does
it.
care about Mobius?
I think he does.
I think he
so.
does. I think
Like-
that he kind of built a little like semi-real friendship.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he calls him a
Mobius.
liar,
Yeah.
it's like sweet almost. It's like he's like looking out for it. It's like, you're the biggest liar here because the lies you tell yourself.
Yep.
Brutal.
But you
Yep.
know that stuck because he took it with him, and it cast like a shadow of doubt in his mind.
Yeah,
Like he went.
because he's already told him time and time again, like, you really believe that. You really believe that you just believe whatever they tell you, you know?
Yeah.
And then he finally says, like, you're the biggest liar. You know, you're lying to yourself. Like, who are you kidding? You know this isn't real, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, and
a
that
lot
conversation,
to unpack.
that conversation they had, where he's trying to extract information from Loki, and he kind of gambles and tells him that they killed
Sylvie.
Sylvie. Like that felt so heavy. Like you
Oh,
could
yeah.
just see the pain. Like he just instantly knew, and you felt that he like, I don't know, was completely lost in that moment where he had found something finally and maybe didn't feel so alone anymore.
Yeah, because I was going to say, the theme of this one is him being alone.
Alone,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because what's her name from Asgard is sitting there
Sif.
over and over again saying that he's always going to be alone forever.
Yeah.
And he even asked
Calling
him,
him like
do you,
a worm.
like,
and-
do you
yeah.
really think that you deserve to be alone? And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's definitely like the theme of this episode,
Yeah.
I would say. Him figuring that
yeah,
out.
And then him just admitting that, that he's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it got heavy.
It is
It's a
curious to
heavy
see how they'll go
episode.
with this if they are going to have them be like romantic.
Yeah,
Because I think that's kind of where they're pushing it.
Get
Uh-huh.
freaky with it.
You know?
That's what I
Yeah,
say.
let's get weird. I'll take my shoes
I want to
off.
see some Loki on Loki.
They can both shapeshift, right?
Yeah.
These things I need to know before I really start getting invested.
I thought it was just like so ironic that he falls in love with a version of himself.
Mhm.
Like I thought that was like
That's
the cherry
so-
on
I
top.
know. And even Moby is like, "Are you kidding me?"
You narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're breaking my reality right now.
Poor
It's
Mobius
sick.
though. You
Oh.
know,
Yeah.
that scene was rough.
Mm.
That scene was rough. We were just
I
rewatching
hope he's
it.
on a jet ski.
Oh,
I
he's
know.
got it. Where is he? So okay,
Yeah,
where
you
need-
where do the people go when
So-
they get
Oh yeah.
When they get pruned. So we
zapped?
You're gonna zap me? Just specifically me? There's three
Please.
other no, there's two
Tell
other
us-
people.
Tell us your experience.
Now, so where they, because we did like a pause so we could see where Loki wakes up with the other Lokis, and it looks like it's like 2012, not 2012. What New York is it when everything is absolutely shot? Is it 2012?
2012.
Yeah, it looks like
2012?
that. Like the whole entire of New York is just destroyed. You can see the like Avengers Tower or Stark Tower in the background, like
I was gonna
tilted.
say.
Everything's like fucked up and destroyed.
So is it a part of the timeline where a disaster has happened and everything's
Because that could be where you just send other variants.
you know what I
because
mean?
it's
Yeah.
irrelevant, you know?
It's already it's completely irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
It's just a timeline where everything is dead and there's
Yeah.
nothing there. There's no potential future.
It could
It's
just send you to potential like apocalypses.
yeah, but apocalypses that have already like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Like
after they're done.
Yeah,
desert
after
So-
they're done.
Oh, maybe it's one
Yeah.
of those like time loops where you're stuck in an apocalypse event. Where you're just like.
But I
maybe
didn't
forced-
see anything like
happening?
apocalypse happening.
No,
Or maybe
it was
more like
still everything in the background.
Yeah,
is very
like I said, I think
still
it's
and
like after
debris
Or,
falling
yeah, after.
down. Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't
that's-
know.
Interesting to see.
But we got alligator Loki.
I was
Alligator
gonna say that
Loki.
was awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Comic
I'm
book
not
Loki?
thrilled that there's a kid Loki. I fucking hate children so much, and now we're gonna have to have like a child
child
Loki.
Loki?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Sounds like
He's gonna be
Oh.
super
So bad.
unbearable. He's gonna be
Oh
so
my
annoying.
gosh.
I bet. And actually, who was the other character to the left in that shot? Because he was
The
holding a
black guy?
hammer.
I know,
That's
that's
what I
what
was
Parker was saying.
He's
And I was
the
like,
only one who didn't have
have
the
the
crown.
horns, yeah.
He didn't
Yeah.
have horns.
I didn't
and he
pay that
had
much
He had a
freaking
hammer.
hammer.
Yeah,
and just
I
like
had a
So we're
pause
wondering
it.
if maybe it's a Thor.
And then that's when I realized it
I
was
think
an
it's
alligator Loki.
still going to be a Loki, but that is like taking the role of Thor. You know, like
Oh yeah,
Like if
because it's a
Loki
different
was
timeline.
born
Yeah,
first.
whereas
Like an
if Loki
honorable
got
Loki.
the
I mean, if we have
yeah.
like he'd
a
won.
alligator
yeah,
Loki,
as if Loki was
We could have a
the
hammer
real
No,
like.
but that was his thing. He loses always. Every Loki loses.
But that's why he's there.
Sylvie even brought
So
that
I
up.
mean, he's there, so he definitely lost. But
I guess that's true. Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
why he's a variant.
Yeah.
He's actually like a good, honorable dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got like a version of Mjolnir.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Because I was like, wait, there's no way Thor made it to this. He got
no,
pruned at some
the
point.
show's not about Thor. The show's about
Yeah.
Loki, right?
Yeah.
And this kind of reinforces like what I was saying earlier in past episodes, where Mobius has worked with Lokis before.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of these Lokis, I'm sure he's worked with all of these Lokis trying to
Dude.
capture Sylvie, and they've all gotten zapped.
Yeah.
Loki
So-
season 2. It's just Mobius and alligator Loki.
They're down
The
in
Adventures
Florida.
of Mobius.
He's got a jet ski.
Maybe that's how he
This
finds
writes
it.
itself.
He bites his leg.
Oh, man,
Oh, that is so good.
we got to
dude.
call somebody.
I know,
Right?
right?
Everyone
Sell
write
this
this
idea.
They
down.
run down the kid Loki.
Did we get that?
Okay,
Disney,
I think what we
listen.
should dive into is the fact that Ravonna was an agent. She very clearly knows that they're all variants.
Yep.
So what happened? I almost wonder if the way that she came in and took like 6-year-old Sylvie, it seemed very personal and very heartless. So I wonder if they had something in the future that, or maybe even something like in the past, if that makes sense, where they kind of have like a rivalry, but Sylvie doesn't know it yet because it hasn't happened yet, kind
Maybe.
of thing. You know what I mean? Like had Sylvie grown up and that happened, it would have affected Ravonna in some way, made her a variant maybe.
Well, 'cause-
and so she's coming back to like snip it in the bud before it even happens.
Ravonna
you know?
even says like to Mobius, we have seen all of time.
Yeah.
Or what she says
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
Where so like she knows everything that's going
Exactly.
to happen.
Yeah. It's
They
kind of
all
like,
do.
And she knows they're all variants. She
She definitely
Very
knows.
aware.
I think
I
the
was
main theory going around is that it's Kang who's in charge, and in the comics they're like a couple.
I was
Yeah.
wondering what happened to the guy that has her job now. So like her job now is like the head
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
That guy that was in that scene when Sylvie was getting taken there, where is he? And then
Yeah,
Like-
like a high
Guy?
judge or whatnot.
Yeah.
Age?
what?
Do they age in the TVA?
No, he said Mobius says
I
time
mean, they're
works
in a
differently.
time
Remember?
loop, you know.
so probably really slowly.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because it hasn't been that long. Because Sylvie was a kid and now she's
Let's
an
say
adult.
she's like
She hasn't been in the
25,
TV.
30.
Yeah, let's say she's
25 to
even
30
30.
range,
Let's say
yeah.
she's 30. So that's 20 something years.
Yeah.
So
But even then, she's an Asgardian, so you know.
True.
A god.
True.
Mm.
But
The goddess.
So it could be a lot of time. That's
It could be a
passed,
lot of time.
You know.
But yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah. No.
It was good.
Super interesting.
Timekeepers aren't real.
Timekeepers
Yep.
aren't real.
Yeah.
So
The
who?
I think we already
bamboozle.
knew that.
Who
but
is taking? Who is making the decisions? That's what.
Yeah, who's the puppet master?
Yep. Yep.
I'm curious.
I don't
And
know.
is Mobius in the same place that Loki is?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think he's in his own Mobius
Do you
version
think he's
of this?
in
Yeah.
a fucking all Mobius.
He
jet
gets
ski?
some
I hope
Oh,
he's in like.
please. Let's see they're all just
I hope
jet
he's in like early
skiing.
'90s. Like
I
yeah.
just want to
This gives me-
see like.
I want to see
them-
Florida Owen Wilson. You know what I mean?
I just want to see a bunch of them all together. Just wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How could they not have him say wow?
Are you
That-
an
are you
I know.
kidding
Not,
me?
Mobius?
not one yet.
Wow.
Not one.
And she said
Jeez.
that it's
An
not going to happen. The
alligator
director said it's not
Mobius
going to happen.
Hanging out with alligator Loki, doing adventures together.
This gives me like hardcore like Rick and Morty vibes.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the Mortys.
Because you're like, what the fuck is happening? But
oh man.
Dude, alligator Loki and Mobius on a jet ski. Come on, man. That is,
They both have life jackets on.
a little alligator.
Little
life
sunglasses. Like a beer and a
Shades.
koozie. Like a big
Mobius
foam
goes-
koozie.
Mobius getting ready to scuba dive, tries to hand Loki the fins, and he's like, "Oh,
Air 5.
Oh,
All right. Anything else about this episode?
I feel like I did have things. I like their little Easter eggs that they put in. Like Sylvie, when they take her, she's like, they did like a zoom in on the toy she's playing with, and it looked like the like Norse mythology Ragnarok, where they send Baldur's body off to be like burnt on the pyre, and they have like the giant wolf and the serpent and everything. That's kind of cool. Just like a little Easter egg, something.
Yeah.
I also noticed in that final scene where they're like walking them into the timekeeper's chamber, they're playing like some Norse music. I was like, that's like a cool little touch there.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's very very Norse
definitely
inspired
think
They
music.
also had the Wakanda music hit when B-15 started.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't
really?
notice
Beating the
that.
fuck out of people.
Ooh, I missed that.
Oh, I was wondering where she's from because they didn't show her memories, and I was saying I think that's relevant. You know,
She's
I just got
Wakandan?
goosebumps.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
so excited. I
That's
didn't
a good
notice that. Why would you
theory.
never
Holy
say
shit.
that when
Yeah.
we're watching it?
I don't know.
That's
Hold
a
up
good
right now.
one.
And she's
That's
like,
a
I
good
looked
one.
happy. Oh, I have full body goosebumps going this whole
That's a
time.
good one.
That's
I would
wild.
not be surprised if that's what that is
Nice.
at all.
Damn, that's a good
Wow.
one. Slipped by me.
I like
Uh-huh.
that. I like that.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
I'll
think
just
they'll
hit
have
you with that
her?
real quick?
Do you think they'll have her be like the grown version of his sister? I hope not. But probably just a random
Or a different
Wakandan.
timeline version.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know?
Everyone can look different.
Yeah. Everyone
See,
can
this
be
is we're
entirely
getting
different.
into the freaking
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker
You're right,
thing,
you're right,
you're
where
right.
like Star Wars is
You're
like
right.
about like 4 people.
You're right.
I mean, like
Yeah.
it's a big world.
There's more
True.
people.
Does everyone have to be a
Alright, just
person we
shit all
know?
over our
But that's
dreams.
kind of what they're going for, isn't it? They want you to know these characters. That way, when it's revealed, it's like wow,
less
big
exposition
reveal.
for them, and they can
Yeah.
only do 6 episodes. What
6
the
episodes,
fuck?
seriously.
episodes.
I'm so
Build up a
mad.
Come on
character
now.
that I'll be excited to see later,
Yep.
rather than
Yeah.
constantly cash in
True.
on the same 5
That's
characters.
so cool. I can't believe you caught that. I didn't
Yeah,
notice
right?
that. I'm pumped
That's gonna be
now.
good.
I really
Yeah.
liked the timekeepers.
Sure
how
hope
like
I'm right.
because when they're
Yeah.
yeah right.
It was just a normal ass score. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Wakanda.
Go Wakanda, guys.
I'm gonna have to rewatch
Big
that
Marvel
like,
fan.
right after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked like how clearly they made the timekeepers look like very animatronic.
Yep.
Because I was like, oh, they're not real at all. Like
Yeah.
their voices are whack. Like they don't look like anything else
Yeah.
we've ever seen. Like even their movements were very like I don't know.
You could
Rough
tell
motion,
that they
like-
were not real
Yeah,
things.
and we've
Yeah.
all known this whole time they're not real.
That
you
wasn't
know?
a big reveal.
Yeah. I
What if
wonder
they
if the
have
symbol
another
behind
Loki
them is
running
relevant.
it?
That like red symbol behind
Maybe.
like the main timekeeper. I was thinking about looking into that. I didn't do it in time though.
I think there's a third Loki that's running it.
I was wondering
maybe.
if it is a Loki.
Maybe.
I was thinking that.
Which Loki?
Who knows?
creating chaos in the
Because we
guise
haven't
of
seen an old
order.
Loki, and there's still. I think I told you guys. I still have yet to look up this guy's name, but he's from the Star Wars movies, and he plays one of like the Sith or something like that. And he's cast for this. We haven't seen him yet, so if it's
I
gonna
mean,
be like
we're
an
about
old
to
Loki,
see a
you
lot
know?
of Lokis.
He could just
Oh,
be
yeah.
Kang too. You know, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I think that's the main thing going on right now.
the show like hit its stride. Like it's
I'm
getting,
pumped for
Two
the next
episodes
episode.
the
left.
next 2 episodes are gonna be
Yeah,
wild. Like I
yeah.
can't wait.
Yep.
And then what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go see Black Widow?
Oh God, please no.
No.
It didn't look good.
Wait, which one?
No.
Black
Black
Widow.
Widow.
It didn't look good. I'm not
I didn't even
excited
know
to
that was
watch
coming
her
out.
as a
It's
as a
out, like,
standalone
this
movie.
week.
It's a standalone, but I'm still gonna go see it.
I'm not
probably
excited
gonna
to
see
see her as the main character in a movie.
But you know what? You know how many
What a
times I've said
sexist
that?
pig. No.
You know how many times I've said that about a Marvel movie, and I came out, I'm like, damn, that was awesome.
I mean, all the other
Guardians
Marvel
of the
characters-
Galaxy.
but
I had
like,
You
no
weren't
clue who they were.
excited?
But like, they were actually heroes. They actually
arguably
have
the
powers.
best
She's
Marvel
just
movie.
a regular person. It's so dumb.
Well, that's
like,
the
she's
point,
she's
is
a
that-
regular
But that's
person
like
in a
being
world
mad at
full of.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman
He's still
sucks.
badass.
Batman sucks.
What? He's so cool.
Batman
Dude,
sucks.
all right, we're gonna have an open casting for a fourth.
Batman
Freaking
is the
person on here,
worst
'cause this
hero
is
in the
like-
DC
How does
universe.
Batman suck?
He's so boring.
He's boring.
Yes.
Do you like
Oh
Superman?
my God.
No. Superman
like?
is
Who's the DC
Superman
guy that you
is
like?
terrible. Any of the other, I mean, not
But
Wonder
not
Woman.
Superman.
Wonder
Doesn't
Woman
even
Like
know
who?
any
Great.
of them. He's like,
But
I don't like Batman. I don't like Superman, but I probably love.
He
a
just
bunch
wants
of
to
DC
be that
characters
cool
I'm
guy
not
that
mentioning.
shits all over
no.
everybody's
no,
things
no,
that
no,
they
no,
like.
no. Batman.
Who's your
is dumb.
favorite DC hero? Just give me one.
I don't
Just
know.
give me one
No.
that you like.
You're putting me on the
He doesn't
spot.
like
that you
any of
think
them.
favorably of.
Flash is better.
Oh my!
Flash is cool.
Flash is cool.
But better than Batman though.
He's not better than
Absolutely.
Batman.
Absolutely.
Mm.
No,
Just
he's
because
not.
Batman has more story to him doesn't mean that the Flash is.
It's not about the story, dude.
Batman is boring. He's a regular ass dude who's just got a lot of money.
That's the point.
Fucking stupid.
I mean, he has the funds, but
It's stupid.
the point. The point it being that a normal human being
like, oh,
can
daddy
be a
bought me
hero.
all my cool special powers.
Daddy's
cool.
dead. Okay.
Yeah, still bought him all this cool
Yeah.
special shit. Okay.
Like they do it in the Marvel universe too. Like Iron Man is basically Batman.
And I hated Iron Man.
What?
Absolutely.
Iron
The
Man was
first
so
movie?
cool.
Yeah, I hated Iron Man in the first couple of movies. I hated
What
him.
the fuck do you like, Trevor?
I hated him.
Yeah, what do you
Besides
like
Pitch
so you can
Perfect,
shit all
what
over
do you
that?
like?
Hey. Okay, it's my opinion. That's right. Okay,
Oh
it's fine.
my gosh.
Who's your favorite Avenger?
Oh God.
Half of the Avengers don't have superpowers.
Yeah. I mean, who?
A Hawkeye, Captain. I mean, actually,
Hawkeye at least like has
Captain
more
America has
of
powers.
a power.
Captain
He's
than-
America does,
superhuman.
but not new Captain America.
I don't know. I
He's
don't
not
know.
even
I don't
superhuman.
even know who new Captain America is.
What was his name?
So I haven't
Sam.
seen it yet.
What's the hot? What was his? What was his
Falcon.
Falcon? Thank you.
But
There you go.
this
I guess-
isn't a, this
I
isn't
guess
a
Bucky's
superhero
superhuman.
talk, okay?
This dude. This is a Loki review.
I'll
We're not
de-
here to talk
I'll
about
defend
superheroes.
myself of
Yeah.
Batman is bad later.
But-
okay, hot take. For a
Dude,
different
that is a
episode.
hot
for another
take.
episode. Okay.
That's
So
a
you telling me you're not
spicy-ass take.
stoked to see the new Batman movie? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah,
don't like
Batman.
the
It's
Dark
gonna
Knight
be
movies?
so.
No, I didn't
good.
say that I don't like the Dark Knight. I think those are great movies, but I think that Batman as like a character is not a good.
He's the world's greatest detective.
yeah.
And he
He's
beats
got that deep
ass.
raspy voice.
He
and-
beats and eats ass.
He does, probably. Have you seen all those
I'm
fucking
sure.
pictures that are going around?
Uh-uh.
No.
Who's the big person who shared it? It was either Zack Snyder or Elon Musk. I think it was Elon Musk. Someone pulled out like a picture from like a comic, or maybe they just drew themselves like comic art of like Batman totally eating Wonder Woman's ass. And then Elon
Yes.
Musk just shares it and does like hashtag canon.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love Elon. He's
And
such
you
a
don't
troll.
like Batman.
No.
The Batmobile.
yeah.
Oh God.
League of Shadows.
All right. What's everybody's rating for this episode?
All right, Trevor is 0 out of 10. For being a little bitch.
There's
Don't
other.
like
There's gonna be
Batman.
other
Let's just,
people
like, blur
commenting
him.
saying. There's gonna be other people commenting saying Batman sucks. Don't worry.
No one's gonna comment.
Absolutely. Okay, guys.
If
comment
they
below.
comment that, we'll know to just boop delete them. We don't need
Oh,
that
okay.
subscription.
Okay. Okay.
We don't need that
prune
kind of
them.
negativity around. Nice. Topical.
Oh yeah.
Anybody?
Okay. I'll rate
Rating?
it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I'll give it an 8.5.
Hey, that's
Ooh.
what I was gonna go. 8.5.
I'm sure. I'm sure you were.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow. 9. It was that good.
It was good.
awesome.
I have to think about this one. I'm right
it's,
there.
It's mildly frustrating because it gave us like, of course, not enough. You know, I think we'll get the majority of the meat the next episode, but then I think we're gonna be really mad at the finale.
To be
I'm
fair,
already angry at the finale.
I did think
You
that they
know?
were gonna end the episode earlier than they did. I thought they were gonna end it when they kill the timekeeper, not after. So I was happy that it didn't super.
I thought right when the doors for the elevator opened that
something
it was
like
gonna
that.
end.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna end
Yeah.
a lot earlier than
Yeah,
it did. So
that's
that was
true.
good that it didn't.
Give it
Yeah.
like an 8.
An 8?
It was good. It was really good. I liked it.
This
Wow.
one was juicy.
Yeah, it was good.
It had so many plot twists and
It was good.
I'm
Makes
so
me excited.
stoked.
Makes me excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
hell yeah.
Alrighty.
I just want answers. I'm ready for the answers.
It is
Right.
frustrating. Like, can we just It's 2021, man. We had a long year last year.
But
Can
usually
we
you can
just get
just
some
binge a show.
fucking answers?
Yeah. Like-
But that's why they're doing it. Build suspense.
But
Yeah.
even if you could binge this, it would be frustrating. You'd be like, bro, really? Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
think
the
so.
entire series would only be like 4 hours.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
done with it.
In an afternoon.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Shit. Yeah.
So,
I guess.
all right.
Okay. Well,
Good work, team.
don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're gonna be reviewing some new movies. We already watched Wolf of Wall Street again, everybody, for the most part. I think Mike, I don't know if you finished it.
Finished.
So we'll be reviewing that soon. We're in talks about reviewing another new movie coming out. I'm not gonna say what it is, just in case we end up not doing
Yeah.
it.
I don't
So
even know
we'll
what
see.
we're talking about.
There we go. This is a tight ship
Let's
we're
find
running
out
here.
together.
Alrighty, yeah, I think that's it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Check out our Instagram, and yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.